Hi, Kalpun Piso here. We create the mind and the delusions of gods and all these beliefs with our brains. This is my take on the Fort Hood shootings and also the ones in Orlando that happened, 2 days apart.
Do you have a program right now where you do scrutinize the conduct
This Fort Hood shooting,
soldiers who are on websites?
it's all due to religious psychosis.
Particularly radicalized?
Yeah.
There are programs.
This doesn't happen in a mentally healthy brain. Atheist that can tell between fantasy
a little later in the course of the
and
investigation.
reality.
There are programs for the last couple of years. I'm sorry, right here and then back over here.
The problem of everything is religious beliefs. That's the problem. That is the problem in the country. It's religious psychosis, believing all this. No matter what you use to cure this stuff, but
well, as I said,
you don't realize that believing God is a psychosis, and that's the problem of everything. You'll never get anywhere.
Mental health, to try to understand the dynamics and the forces behind suicides, particularly in
what are the forces behind it? Religious beliefs. That is the problem. Religious psychosis. If you don't realize that, you'll never get anywhere. You'll never cure these people.
Neither here nor there politically, but what I
we have to consider religious belief and believing God a form of mental illness.
Providing us answers, and really
if you don't address this, you go anywhere.
Mental health has said that they're
mental health, yes. People that can tell between fact and fiction. Religious people cannot.
And at
they're like a schizophrenic. They cannot.
Implement in the interim, we're going to do that. So we take this very seriously when anytime one of our own takes their life by their own hands.
Yeah, why? Because of religious.
One over here.
Exactly. The guy was Islam psychotic. And religious Christian psychotics do the same thing. You believing there is there shouldn't be any believing in God or crap like that in this day and age, the 21st century, by our armed forces. No. If you believe in God, you're a theotard, and you shouldn't. If you believe in God, you have a problem, and those are the people I should be taking being considered. You should send people to fight that are mentally healthy. I know that are very much the minority. You'll never find anybody that is an atheist that's mentally healthy. That's the problem nowadays.
About 20 different units that were affected in one way or another. I don't have that list of names. You can get that from the public affairs folks. That'll be available.
This is what happened in Fort Hood. Islam psychotic, a psychiatrist. What is this deluded people that believe in God nonsense doing with mental health? And the reason is because they have a problem themselves. People that go into the neurological field, the vast majority have a problem with themselves. And if they believe in God, they shouldn't be giving a degree, a license on anything.
The situation is very serious.
People that believe in God have a problem with their head. They're believing in imaginary friends. That is the problem. Religious psychosis is the problem in this country.
Guidance are being implemented across the army.
Some of these people, they come around and they say, "Oh, let's do the prayers." Our prayers don't work, retard. They are the utterances of people that believe in this nonsense. It's like, may Winnie the Pooh help you. Let's pray to Winnie the Pooh. Same thing. We're in the 21st century, not P12. Let's get rid of faith-psychosis in anything in public office. People that believe in this garbage with all the churches and all that stuff, they ought to pay taxes. And they are the first people that believe in God should be right in mental institutions over there and get their head fixed up. That's the problem in the country today. Religious beliefs. And Christianity is the worst of all of them. And that's the reason that the Christians are like crusaders going to Iraq. The poor kids, they're infected with Christianity. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. They believe in gods and crap like that, and they go fight. And of course, they either kill themselves because they see the realities of war. They either commit atrocity on the Muslims because they believe they're the devil. And this is the greatest problem we can have. Let's cure christ-psychosis. Faith-psychosis is the worst disease ever. That's the problem we have, those shootings over here.
I've already asked our leaders around the Army on each of their installations to look at what's going on and to adjust their...
Yeah, what's going on is religion, it's Christianity. It's the beliefs in these stupid beliefs that belong in the Middle Ages.
There's no doubt.
We're in the 21st century. We create the mind with the brain. When we accept fairy tales to be reality, that's religion. What is this idiot don't understand this stuff?
I don't have any...
When you believe in God, you're like a schizophrenic. And you react accordingly, and that's the reason the guy should shoot all these people and kill all these people. It's Islam psychotic. And Christians down in the Crusades and all that, all the time. People that believe in God are a problem. That's the greatest danger. They are retarded. They are psychotic, and these people don't see it. Oh, what happened to the shooter that was a psychiatrist? He was Islamic, and and then they come around and says, "Oh, maybe prayers be with the victim." Prayers.
Thank you all very much.
See the problem?
The shooting in Orlando, Florida. 40-year-old Jason Rodriguez being taken into police custody.
Jason Rodriguez, a christ-psychotic.
He had to say.
A Catholic. Why would anybody go into all and kill somebody else? You have to be religious. You have to be brainwashed with christ-psychosis when you're a little kid. If the man was an atheist, mentally healthy, he would not kill anyone. He wouldn't do this. This is the problem. Religious beliefs are the problem in the United States. People that believe in God ought to be treated. We're in the 21st century, not the 12th. Any psychiatrist will know that that we create God and those delusions with the brain. When you accept delusions to be reality, you have a problem. And all religious beliefs accept an imaginary friend, whatever name you want to call it, God, angels, and all that crap, as reality. That is a schizophrenia. There's no other word for it to define it. Religious beliefs are a form of mental illness. And this is the problem. Let's start with that.
Offices in the 16-story Gateway Center building and started shooting, killing one person and then wounding 5. As some workers got out,
Christianity for you.
Barricaded themselves inside.
Christ-psychosis. Nobody sees it.
Police also say they had to shut down Interstate 4.
That's a problem in the United States. The greatest disorder there is.
Again, 40-year-old Jason Rodriguez. They say Rodriguez...
all these people that believe in God, all these pastors and ministers and all these idiots, they ought to be treated for a disease, a mental illness. They should ought to go to the mental health care provider. Atheist. Because you can have psychiatrists that are also infected, like the Muslim guy that killed the soldiers in Fort Hood. Psychiatrists that believe in God. Any doctor and all that believe in God is just like a schizophrenic. You never should give a license to a person that is infected with faith-psychosis. 80% of the people in the United States are infected with christ-psychosis. So what are you going to do? That's the problem. See, religious beliefs were created in the brain. Any neurologist can tell you that. Via neuron synapses, giving information, exchanging information with electromagnetism. That is a fact. So, religious beliefs which accept imaginary friends and God and angels, all the retarded things as reality, is a form of neurological disorder like schizophrenia. And the only way to actually prevent all this stuff from happening in the United States is by declaring faith a form of mental illness, and people ought to be treated. All these people that believe in God should be treated by neurologists. We'll stop this problem. Pace Dio.